Of someone who is probably rootless. They don't really have a sense of purpose, probably. They've got a lot of challenges day to day that I'm sure I don't have any sense of, Well, I know there's quite a bit. I have a little bit of experience with it, but I'm sure it's more and deeper ingrained than I'm aware of. So I know that there are a lot of needs for a lot of kids outside, and I'm sure that I don't have a good sense of really what they experience day to day. I think it'd be really hard. It's damp, it's kind of gray, it just feels morbid and it's uncomfortable. I mean, just standing here, it's cold. And so finding a place to go, trying to stay warm, and having a sense of hopelessness probably contributes to that and makes it even worse. So I think it would just be hard. It's a good example of just how hard that existence could be. Okay, so I think I'm going to take the app and get in the car and follow it and see what happens.
I'm Kaisha. I'm 19 years old. I started missing days of school. I started to not care about anything. I was feeling like I was going to the same direction my parents were going. I wanted to come back to school. Nobody really found out until I started to open my mouth about it. But nobody judged me. That's what made me want to change my life, when people wanted to show me different things, show me that people outside of family can love you and do things for you as well.
It's hard to imagine being in high school and not having a home to come from in the morning or to go home to. I think of all the times that I shared experiences with my family that I had experienced in high school, both the ups and the downs, and to know there was nobody to go back and share that to would really be hard.
My name is Joshua, and I'm 24 years old. Currently, I'm living in the America's Best Inn on I-465 in South Harding. I am so far away from the city. There's really no buses that come out where I'm at, so a lot of times I'm getting picked up by different people. Indianapolis' bus system is very limited. They don't really come down that far down south, maybe to Greenwood, but where I'm at, there's not a bus stop in sight. I wish I could just jump on the bus and then just go to where I need to go.
We're so used to having cars at our access and just drive where we want to go and put the key in and go. And to not have the easy ability to get where you have to be, whether it's work or school or just to take care of your basic needs, it's hard to imagine not having a car. It's one thing to use public transport out of convenience. It's another thing to use public transport out of necessity.
My name is Joanna, and I am the in-house female case manager. The issue is that it's very difficult to get a primary care doctor, and people in poverty in general do not think long-term. They think short-term, day-to-day, maybe even hour-to-hour. So they're not thinking about, let's get a checkup, probably because their health insurance is not very good, and like the $10 that they might have to pay, they might not even have that either. So if they're okay, they're okay. If they start having intense pain, they just go straight to the ER.
We take healthcare so much for granted. We think about it, and it gets a lot of play on the media about how tough it is, how expensive it is. But if you really don't have it, that's a whole different level. It's hard to imagine just going to the ER because you don't have any other option. You got to get there, whether it's on foot or on the bus, and you feel lousy. You don't have a medical professional that you have any relationship with. And just a whole different level of medical need that I don't experience ever. Interesting experience. Boy, a lot to consider. Just gives you a whole different perspective on what homeless teens have to deal with just day to day, what they experience in terms of transportation and shelter and health care and education. So different from our general perspective. And it's different too from, it's not an academic view, it's real life. It's seeing what's happening and it's experiencing it, or at least experiencing the locations to consider really what they have to deal with day to day. So I'm glad Outreach is here to make us aware, but more than that, it's not just making us aware so that we can feel good about having a better sense of a social need so that we can act on it, but it's they're intervening and providing solutions and assistance and coming alongside these kids that really need the help. And I'm glad for that.